As Netflix tries to appeal to Japan, as Netflix tries to grow in Japan, it is very clear that they do not understand the Japanese market, and the movies that they are greenlighting to be streamed in Japan are also failing. And we're gonna we're gonna find out why. Let's go, guys. Let's get into it. Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video, okay? Enjoy. What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. Welcome to Andy RCB, where I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So today I am at Kotaku.com, right? And it says, the Japanese internet reacts to Netflix Kate. It says movie critics and fans chime in and give their opinions on the film. And in case you have not heard about this movie, Kate, this is the trailer on YouTube. I'm not going to play the trailer, but just to show you, Kate is basically about this woman called Kate, go figure. And she, you know, the blurb of it is somebody poisoned her, and she's like this female assassin. She goes to Tokyo. And she starts hunting after the Yakuza. She's hunting the Yakuza like crazy, right? And that's basically the blurb of the movie. And she's this female killer. And of course, you can already, guess they're gonna throw in some good old Western FMism, womanism, or I don't want to say the F word because then YouTube is gonna get all pissy and shit. But you get the point, the female empowerment and all that. And look, we've had plenty of great female action stars like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, which I love, Blood Rain, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But they make it very obvious when they add in their leftist ideologies. That's what pisses me off. That's the part that really pisses me off. So in Japan, this movie was it's in Japan's Netflix, right? And it was not well received. It says the film has a 43% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. And how'd you figure that out? It says generally when Hollywood and other film industry portray Japan, they tend to get a bunch of wrong or drag out old, tired cliches and stereotypes. Hello, Kate. Or Hello, Kitty, for somebody that really doesn't freaking get it. I say it can be easy to pick apart these films, kick the legs out of the underneath them, and for all they do wrong. But it's also equally fascinating to see how Japanese domestic audience respond. Great. So let's take a look. So it says, but what did the people online in Japan think of Kate? Below are excerpts from Japanese movie websites as well as online users. It says Cinema Drake, 3 out of 10. Kate Compton does closely resemble Quentin Tarantino's 2003 film Kill Bill. Wow. But here is a movie that clearly displays the lack of progression in the depiction of Japan over the past 18 years. This is truly a Japanese stereotype extravaganza as thought up by a foreigner. Oh, this one's actually pretty popular. Cinemag, 81 out of 100. It says when Japanese actors cast in foreign movies speak Japanese, for some reason they often overact and speak in unnatural Japanese. I'm assuming that this is because when foreigners have native Japanese, they're not able to understand the sentiment. However, there wasn't any of this sort of discomfort in Jun Kunimura and Tadanobu Asano were normal Japanese Yakuza. It would be great if lots of movie blending Japanese and Western styles were made. Yeah. And one of the things that I thought was cool about this movie, Miyavi, that's the only thing I like. Miyavi was in the movie. Miyavi is a Japanese musician. Kyomo eiga desu ka? Kyomo eiga desu. Today's also, in Japanese, is today's, like, Kyomo eiga desu ka? Like today's movie? Okay, it says 3 out of 10. half-baked spy action. Inevitably, when Japan appears in Hollywood movies, it quickly becomes cyberpunk. It's as though a bit of Blade Runner has been added to the reality, and this type of movie also is already in the way of becoming a genre called Wrong About Japan. So in Japan, they actually have a genre for Western movies that try to portray Japan, but they get it wrong. So it's called Wrong About Japan. It's kind of like a joke, like a joke genre. It says Kikuhi movie, 6 out of 10. Okay. The first problem I had was that it doesn't seem like touching a person who has been exposed to radiation exposes one to radiation, because Kate, who has been exposed to radiation, physically touches a number of people and they don't seem to get exposed for the time being. However, what's puzzling is what would happen with all the blood and whatnot that's getting all over the place. All the Japanese music that was picked for the film was just an awful choice. The music in the movie was so effing annoying, effing uncool. All right, so you see a whole bunch of like Japanese movie critics, Eiga.com, 2.9 out of 5, really low, 3 out of 5. They get all these low rating, and you see all these comments from Japanese people. It says overseas sure likes Japan at night. Hey, make some morning scenes. The action was good. The story was unfinished. It felt like Liam Wong's photos of Tokyo. The story was simply, the ending was meh, but I liked the look of it and was pulled in. See, like these Western movies, they usually get Japan wrong. I mean, I think Memoirs of a Geisha kinda get it right with the geishas, but like this is something that's very common. You know what? I think Kill Bill got it. You know, pretty good with Uma Thompson, right? But there's a huge problem with Netflix, is that Netflix does not understand the Japanese TV market. Says why Netflix is targeting the Japanese TV market. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to read this article. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm going to tell you right now, as a weeb, as a freaking Japanese fanatic who's been into this shit since high school. Look, I went to Japan in 2019, May of 2019. And I can tell you, but when I was in high school, I had a Japanese teacher, Miss, should I say her name? Miss Kim. I still love my Japanese teacher from high school. God bless her. My art teacher in high school, he was this Colombian guy. He was married to a Japanese woman, and he was also a weeb. We used to talk about Japan all the time. One of the main problems with Japanese TV is that unlike the West, in Japan, people still rely on cable television. So in the West, in America, while people are cutting the cords and just signing up for Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Disney Plus, HBO Max, all these streaming websites, Japan, they still have the cable boxes. They still have, they still rely on cable television, especially when it comes to anime, okay? Video streaming service is not very popular in Japan. I'm sorry to say, but it's not very popular in Japan. And this is what Netflix does not understand. And I think they're probably thinking, oh, well, maybe we can get them to change. No, the Japanese, they take a long time to change their ways. I say it's going to take about maybe 10 years for the masses in Japan to make the transition. Okay? It takes a long time. And I don't want to speak negatively about the Japanese people. Sometimes they can be, I guess, technologically stubborn, which is kind of ironic because they are a high-tech country. But they like their cable television. They do. They like their cable television. And again, most of the programming, when it comes to anime, movies, all that stuff, is all, cable television in Japan. It's a huge, they still rely on it big time. I think the young people, they watch movies on Netflix. They're more likely to sign up to Netflix in Japan. But the adults, the older people, they don't. Okay, they don't. It says that the streaming giant is spending big on originals. Is one of the most coveted regions in Asia. We're looking for stories that haven't been told. It said when Netflix launched Japan in 2015, it first moved to win local subscribers was as predictable as it would prove effective, acquire, finance as much loved anime content as possible. Now with the brand gaining traction in the country, just as competition from other U.S. Streaming rivals arise, Netflix is diversifying its Japanese content offerings by doubling down on live action originals. Right? And look, they don't get it. They just don't get it. And also, like the article says, there's other competitors. Hulu, I'm guessing HBO Max. I'm guessing, I don't know if Peacock is trying to get into Japan. But then Funimation, Crunchyroll, all these things, all of this stuff is all gonna, they're all competing in Japan. But the dominant force is cable television. And this is why, Netflix tries to appeal to Japan, and they greenlighted this movie. and that's the thing. It's just that they just don't understand the culture. And I know, and it just makes, anime fans out there, just cringe and and facepalm at this movie. But anyways, that is all I wanted to say about this Western movie trying to reach the Japanese audience. Alright, comment below, guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can receive new future notifications. Check out the blog at ndrtv.com. Follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or anything you want to say right below this video in the comments below. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.